This is your weekly real estate update for the Greater Portland, Maine area. These are closed sales in the last 7 days, median numbers. Days on market dropped 1 day to 14 days on market. The list to sale ratio still at 100%, a ridiculously consistent number. The sold price came down quite a bit this week to $480,000. And your 30-year average fixed interest rate was flat at 6.58%. And of course, US inflation still at 2.7%. The big news this past week was all about the Federal Reserve. The Fed chair, Powell, had an important speech, and also the notes came out, the minutes from the meetings that they had in July, where they voted to hold rates. So the meeting notes showed that the members were really concerned more about inflation than they were the job numbers. But keep in mind that when they had that meeting, we had not had the latest job numbers that were softer than expected, and we had not had revisions that showed that our previous job numbers were not as good as we thought. So they got that information after they voted and after those minutes were recorded. This week, when Powell had his speech, he was not super assertive and super positive about rates, but he did say that monetary policy changes may be appropriate, meaning we may drop the rates. He did say that it was really a challenge to balance the dual mandate of looking at inflation in the economy while also balancing out the job market. And the stock market like this. The stock market rallied, feeling like we are likely to get those rate cuts come September. And in addition to that, the yield on the bond market went down, meaning people feel like that's what's going to happen and bonds will pay less. Other things we saw this past week was builder confidence came down again, 1 point to 32. And keep in mind, during like the pandemic new construction boom, we were seeing over 80 for builder confidence. So this is a really significant drop. We also saw a drop off in home starts, in permits pulled. So builders continue to feel like, hey, my inventory is sitting, my price of building has gone up, my price of getting financing is still high, and they're not feeling very confident. In 39 of the 50 major metros, we saw prices drop in the real estate market. So continuing to see that the overall real estate market is softening in the United States. And the NAR numbers came out year over year. The median price only went up 0.2%, which is way less than we've been seeing for the past decade. So real estate market softening a bit. The big what if is how much will the rates drop in September? We're feeling like it's likely. And will that rate drop be enough to motivate buyers to come back to the market? And will that suck up some of this inventory that started to pile up nationally? My suspicion is that the rate will not drop as much as most people would like. And on top of that, I feel like that rate has actually already been priced in to the mortgage rates. So the mortgage rates will drop even less than the Fed might drop their rate. Curious to see what happens. If you have any questions on all this stuff, give me a call anytime. Have an awesome week.